The postponement of retrenchment of thousands of public sector workers until month-end may come at a cost. That's according to the president of the Barbados Economic Society, Jeremy Stephen.
As it pertains to the retrenchment, or rather the postponement of retrenchment, that is a rather political move of sorts. But what it could have done, or rather what it seems to have done, was to further stifle confidence as well, because people had expectations. Although it would have been a bit difficult, and though people wanted a fair way for the retrenchment program to be carried out, they expected it to happen, at the very least. So it also adds, at least to for this fiscal year, a bit more of the deficit. It adds a bit more to the deficit itself, because you've kept on these salaries for a bit longer, if you see where I'm coming from.
Mr. Stevens says while the decision was well intended by government, it will have some consequences.
So the government might have been thinking about goodwill, for instance, or it would have been a good, gesture of goodwill. It does have economic implications which aren't the best. So the hope is that at least if these projects are implemented, that this postponement is just a temporary dip in the fiscal deficit, which we are worrying about, because it hovers around 10% of GDP, which is no in economic terms. What we do hope is that the government is able to ensure that it attracts investment and implements these projects ASAP, as soon as possible.
CIBC First Caribbean International Bank and the University of the West Indies have renewed a long-standing partnership with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding. Chief Executive Officer of CIBC First Caribbean and Chairman of the ComTrust Foundation, Rick Parkhill, and Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal of the UWI-KPhil, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, signed that MOU recently at the bank's Warrens head office. The ComTrust Foundation is the bank's charitable foundation, which was established to oversee its corporate giving program in the Caribbean. The partnership, forged 11 years ago, has seen the bank contributing over US $1.425 million to the UWI. The funds have gone to support the education of the region's youth, with special emphasis on development in areas such as research in banking and finance and issues affecting Caribbean entrepreneurship. This is the fourth MOU between the two entities. The first was signed in 2003 in Jamaica. Here now is a look at how stocks traded on the regional exchanges.